at that. Well done, Johnny boy.
Hi everybody and welcome back to episode 9 of GMG Watches. In today's episode, due to so many requests, we've brought you something a little different, which is a podcast style. You had so many questions that you wanted to ask, so we thought why not? As well as that, as we touched upon on a previous episode, we show you the final results of the Daytona. The Rainbow Daytona looks amazing, we can't wait to show it you. You've got 1 week left as well if you haven't already to enter the PS5 or Xbox giveaway. Make sure you head over to episode 6 now to do so. But let's jump into the episode. We hope you enjoy it, but just before we do, please make sure that you like, comment and subscribe, and we hope you enjoy this episode as much as we did making it. Right. We're at Euston Square now, yeah? It says platform 1. Metropolitan towards Watford, semi-fast. So it's fast, but not too fast. Do you know what you need to do on this bit? You need to put that thing where it's the guy off Hangover with all like the equations around his head. I'm following you. So in this next sequence, we're going to show you the previously sourced and bought Daytona that we bought for a client and how we changed that into the Rainbow Daytona that he requested. We're also going to show you the ins and outs of how we did that. So we hope you enjoy this segment as it's something a little different. Before we jump into it, if you do want a custom piece, please drop us a message with the number below and one of our team will come back to you with a price. Now let's jump into it. So after about 15 trains, taxis later, it looks insane, honestly, it looks so good. We're now heading back to meet Lee, and then we've got a podcast. What time's podcast? 3? So in an hour and a half, we've got a podcast with a couple of pretty cool people, so we look forward to showing you that. And yeah, it's another busy day at Hatton Garden.
Okay, so I'm going to show you some of the AEP 15500 ST range. I've got 3 out of the 5 models, starting with the black dial. So as I said, this is the Audemars Piguet 15500 ST. ST refers to steel. This is a 41mm case with a 10.5mm thickness. We also have the grey dial, the silver dial, and what I can't show you right now is they also do a blue dial and a white dial. So these all come with a list price of £22,900. Grey market like ourselves, you're looking at anything around about the 30,000 mark. On the black, rising up to the blue, which is probably the most sought after model. All of the AP, the 15500 STs have the open case back, so you can see the mechanism in the back there. Nice watches. The 41mm case sits quite nice on the wrist. Some people say it's the nicest fitting watch. I disagree. I'm more of a Daytona man for the perfect fit, but everyone's different. It has the usual AP links, and again, because of all these edges, all these angles, they really catch the light quite well. When you have the AP steel bracelet, When you put that against something like a mirrored oyster steel link, they seem to show up a lot more. They catch the light a lot better. So when it's on the wrist, it's a real head turner. The 5500 STs, they all have what's known as the grand tapisserie pattern on the dial. Any of you that haven't seen an AP before, it's a kind of a waffled, kind of squared texture to the dial, which makes it pop a little bit more than just a plain dial. So this is the black and the grey. You can see that dial there. Again, excuse my pronunciation, my French isn't great. This is the grand tapisserie pattern. The question is, which one is your favourite? Personally, the blue. Again, it's the most sought after, it's the most popular. I think the grey is a really stunning dial. Probably the silver and a close third, black and then white, in my opinion. And that's where we love watches, because everyone's got an opinion, everyone's got their own favourites. So there you go, AP 15500 ST, black, grey, silver. There you go. If you're looking for something like this, give us a call. Number below. We'll get your watch on your wrist as soon as you're ready to pay for it.
Hiya guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Today I've got some Datejust 41 models in the office. Let's do some Datejust deals for you. So these vary from between 2018, 2019, 2020, 21 and 2022. All of the reference numbers on these are 126334. As you can see, they've all got a fluted white bezel, white gold bezel. So let's get into each of them and see what you want. Get you some nice deals in just in time for Christmas. Any prices I give you today are based on the time of recording, which is the 1st of December. Oh, happy Christmas. So first up here, we've got a 2018 silver dial. This one we've got listed at £9,500 currently. And next up, we've got a favourite of a lot of our clients, which is the Wimbledon. This is a 2019 model. As I said, white gold fluted bezel, and it's also fitted on a Jubilee bracelet with a fold clasp. Next up, we've got the 2020. This is a black dial. Again, this is white fluted gold bezel, oyster steel bracelet, and a fold clasp. All of these do come full set. Box, your paperwork, tags, all that. Next up, we got the 2021 rhodium dial. And this is on an oyster steel bracelet with fold clasp. And the 2022 blue dial. I don't expect this one to be around much longer, to be honest. So that will go very quickly. So if you are interested, call us. By the time this goes out, it may have already gone. But we can source you another one, so always give us a call for the latest prices and the latest stock. Keep checking our Instagram for that daily for all our deals we've got on.
Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode. Today we are on episode 9. We're doing something a little bit different, which is a podcast style. We're here with some of GMG's closest business partners and friends. I'll let everyone introduce themselves to you personally. They'll let them know what their name is and how long they've been in the industry, starting with my left.
Hi, I'm Pete from Masterpiece Jewellers. We're based in London. We established in 2016, although I've been in the trade since 1998 when I left school. Brought in by family, and yeah, it's all I know.
And we'll go to the right.
I'm Ricky Colby, got Colby's Jewellers. We're based in London, been going about 30 years now. That's it, yeah, love the watch and jewellery business.
So?
My name's Ish, I run Tempest Lord in the city with my wife. The company's been around since July 2020, but overall been in the industry for about 18 years. Love what we do.
And if you don't know by now, this is Lee.
Hi, Lee from GMG. And obviously I'm Kieran, and then we've got Johnny mastering this today. On your own. So yeah, we'll. This is take 2, as we didn't have the recording on before, just to break the ice.
A bit like deja vu.
Yeah, no, we've just done this all before. But yeah, let's jump into it with current state of the market, thoughts on it, if you think it's a good thing at the minute, where you think it's going to go, price is going to go up again or down, what's your expectations?
I think things have levelled off now.
Yeah.
I think a bad time to buy was probably 6 months ago, but no one knew that at the time. But a good time to buy is now, because I don't think price can come any lower.
Yeah,
there could be
think,
the odd watch that still could, but in general I'd say 90% of the main watches that people like and buy or desire are pretty safe now.
Well, they've plateaued, haven't they? And you know, if you look historically to this point last year, the prices are exactly where they were at this point last year.
Yeah,
we just had a
definitely.
mad run of 7 to 8 months
Yeah.
of, you know, where people kind of couldn't keep up with what was going on in the industry.
Yeah.
To now, actually, it's levelled off to being sensible again.
Well, we couldn't keep up with
No,
the
that's
industry.
what I mean. Yeah,
Like,
we couldn't keep
minute
up.
to minute.
Yeah.
The
It's
prices, you bought a watch, sold it, the next one cost you £2 grand more.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that, Pete, because we looked this morning, funnily enough, we looked at some of the archive stories from a year ago on our Instagram, and the prices were pretty much spot on. I mean, there was a chocolate Daytona Oyster Flex that was 35,000, and this was in October 2020. We're now in November 2021. We're now in November 2022, and I think I'd be selling at about 35k today.
Yeah.
So
And probably at the peak, 45.
yeah, at the peak,
Or
yeah,
so.
possibly,
48,
yeah, possibly
you
a
know,
touch more, but
Diamond Dial
yeah,
56.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah.
So
But I don't know if they'll get back to those kind of figures. Certainly not in the near future. But at the moment, as you said, right time, or not necessarily right time, but it's definitely more of a buyer's market than a seller's market right
listen,
now.
It's more realistic now. I think the
but
pricing.
you know, what should give people confidence as well is
Yeah.
that actually the prices have reached those numbers before. So inevitably, it might not be next year or the year after, but you know, if we follow trends in the past, if a watch reaches a price, it will always get there again. You know, whether it's now or whether it's in 3 to 5 years' time.
Yeah.
Because Patek done it, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know, when 5980s were 200 grand, and then overnight they were 90 grand.
Yeah.
You know, and then they went up to 300 grand.
Yeah.
You know, and they're back down to 210, 220 now.
And the people
So-
that had them at 200 didn't cash out,
No.
kept it.
Correct.
And then saw the 300k.
That's right.
Similar
That's
sort
right.
of, thing.
You know.
I think watches over a medium to long-term investment, and I've
Always.
collected watches for 25, 30 years, over a medium to long-term investment are still a good and safe investment. But too many people, I think, look at them as a short-term investment, and that's probably where...
But you know what people don't factor in, and I tell people all the time, is that if you bought a watch for 10 grand, wore it for 20 years, and chucked it in the bin, it's cost you £500 a year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's never worthless. You'd always be able to sell it for
Always.
something.
Yeah, yeah.
In 20 years, it'll be worth more than you give, more
100%,
inflation and everything else. If you've got kids, give it to your son, give it to whoever. He might wear it for 30, 40 years. Right? So people always look at the money is today and what's it going to be worth next week, next month.
Yeah.
Like, don't really buy it if you're...
Well, that's what we were saying before when it wasn't recorded, was the fact that
It's the short term.
it's the short term and it's people that are buying for investment, whereas now what we're seeing a lot more, or certainly I'm seeing a lot more actual watch lovers, watch collectors buying watches from me now.
Yeah.
And it's gone back to how it sort of used to be before. I guess before people saw them as, I can make $5 grand in a week or in a month or in
Well,
a...
going back to what Ricky said as well about, you know, you've kept it for 20 years and, you know, you've paid 10 grand for it 20 years ago and worn it. You know, people are going and buying cars and losing 10 grand the minute they drive off the forecourt.
yeah.
it's
10
different.
grand if you're lucky.
If you're
Yeah,
lucky,
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. So actually, you know, all right, there's been an adjustment in the price of what you bought, but you're actually not really upside down.
But it's no different to your house. If your house went up 100% in 2 years, you don't necessarily sell it. You just go, that's good, it's gone up 100%.
Correct.
You still got to live somewhere. So the next house you buy is going to cost you more if you
Yeah.
sell it then.
Yeah, because the
right.
whole
If it
market's
drops
gone
off,
up by that, yeah.
If it drops off,
Yeah.
the next house you buy is going to be cheaper.
Yeah.
That's exactly
So
it.
it's all and no one rushes out to. It seemed like there's a craze in watches that oh, the prices have dropped off a bit, less will go out and sell them. Well, you're making the market go
That's
down.
a panic sell.
That's-
Yeah.
that's
By
exactly
being
what
desperate
happened.
to be out. It's not like
Yeah.
stocks and shares, people do the same, panic to get out of it. If you all hold on,
Yeah, it's funny. That's what you said before about the market isn't dropping per se. It's that someone ultimately sells off something cheap, and that now sets a new bottom price.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, people feel like they need to follow that, but that's not the market condition. It's
See, we thought that was going to happen in COVID, where everything was going
correct.
to
That's exactly what we thought.
And then
It went the opposite way.
Everything went the opposite way because people wanted a commodity that they could hold.
Yeah,
and everyone has spare money.
Yeah,
yeah,
Everyone
exactly.
had spare money and they wanted a commodity that they could hold.
I don't know about you boys, but I also found that I was also selling to people that had never bought a watch before.
Newbies.
That just
Yeah,
heard their
Yeah.
friend had made 5k
Yeah.
on a
Yeah,
Rolex,
yeah.
for
Yeah.
example.
Of course.
And
People
all of a
sit at
sudden
home
they had
bored
20k
as well.
savings in their account and thought, I want to spend the whole 20k on a watch in the hope that next week, because some guy said it's worth
Well,
it.
at least they're spending their own money. How about
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
just jumped on the bounce back loan on the 50
That's
grand?
I hope you're feeling thirsty, Johnny, because I've got a GMC Master II Sprite today. Add that cheese in, mate. Right, let's open them up. Look at that, lovely, fresh out the AD this week. Yeah, so this is the Rolex GMT Master II Sprite, what they call it. The reference on this is 126720 VTNR, is the reference on that. It's got the black and green ceramic bezel insert. This one is on a Jubilee bracelet. You can get this one in Oyster, on an Oyster bracelet too. It's got stickers on this too. This one, as you can see, the crown and the date wheel are actually located on the left hand side. It includes 3285 movements inside. However, this one has to be modified when compared with the Pepsis and the Batmans, as they had to mirror the movements essentially to account for the crown on the left side and the date wheel and the Cyclops. And yeah, as always, again, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all the usual stuff on our videos. And thanks for joining us today. See you soon.
I've got a 6263 with Oyster. It doesn't even say Cosmograph Daytona, it just says Oyster on the dial. Slightly unique.
It's like the Sea Dweller double red.
Yeah.
You know, no one wanted the Sea Dweller. Everyone wanted the sub.
Yeah.
You know, but a Sea Dweller double red vintage. This is 1977. 58.5 grand now. You know, what was it? 900 quid to buy back then? Maybe less.
And the beauty
And
of
probably
that
not
is,
even that popular either.
No.
but you know, also what I say to a lot of people, there's a lot of people that I speak to that want to buy things for investment and stuff. But everyone wants to buy what's popular. So a lot of people say to me a lot, they might say, well, I want to buy something for investment. What do you recommend? I say you should buy, how much you want to spend, how long do you want to keep it for? So once you get them few things out of the way, so I go, well, okay, for that money, I recommend this, this or this. And they go, don't really like them. Well, okay, let's start again. Right? Forget investment, buy what you like. Because you just asked me what's
there
good
you
for
go.
investment. I'm telling my opinion. And
Older models.
yeah, like older models,
Yeah.
vintage stuff and whatever else.
Yeah.
Because they made a lot less, the
Well, they can never make
production
more.
was a fraction of what it is today. I think it's over 1 million watches a year now.
Yeah, correct.
I've got no idea what it was, if I'm honest, but and that would have changed over the years. But
Yeah.
back in the 70s and 80s,
Might have
and
been
whatever,
10,000, 20,000.
a fraction
yeah,
of what it is today.
Yeah.
No one cared.
Yeah.
Right, you go and buy anything you wanted. You wanted to buy 4 Daytonas, help yourself, sir. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
problem.
Oh,
that's
I
it.
remember those
Yeah.
days, the good old days when you used to walk in and
Discount
buy
on the
something.
sub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I remember, you know, like an AD would say to you, take a gold piece at 30% off,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I'll give you 3 sports models.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You know, that rose gold Daytona when they first came out, I was getting them for like 14.5 grand.
Yeah.
You know, an early one now, which is what 2008, 2009, is still a 33, 34 grand watch. You know, so if you paid 15 grand back then, 16 grand back then, you've still doubled up on your money and enjoyed it.
But this goes back to the thing before. Buy what you like,
Yes.
wear it, enjoy
Correct.
it. Or
Yeah.
even better if you don't wear it, if it's just for investment.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
but buy it, wear it, enjoy it. Don't care what it's worth. And in 30, 40 years' time, I remember a customer coming in the shop it probably would have been 20 years ago, and he had a steel sub on, don't remember the model, but from the 50s.
Yeah.
beautiful condition. And I said to him, do you mind if I look at the watch? So he said, yeah, of course, and he took it off. So he was in the shop buying, he was buying his wife a gold Rolex, and she bought him a gold Rolex, a day date,
Yeah.
but without him knowing this. So kind of they bought each other a
And
watch,
you talked him
right?
into part exchanging the sword.
I said, does he want a new one for it? But he didn't want that, right? So we done that. But I said to him, I better know how much you give for it. He said, well, I bought it from off his friend. His friend bought it new but didn't like it.
Yeah.
So I said, you give £50 for it.
Oh, I was going to say 600.
He said, no, I'll give 45.
Oh, wow.
So he had all the box and papers, bits and pieces. I said, would you be interested in selling it? I said, the watch is pretend. Bear in mind, this is 20 years ago or more, whatever it was. So it's worth a fraction of what it's worth today. So I said, it's worth quite a lot of money, the watch, especially in condition, with all the bits and pieces with it. So he said, I wouldn't sell it for any amount of money, because he clearly didn't need money.
Yeah.
He said, this has been all around the world and been in all sorts of adventures. He said, so I'd never sell it, because it's like part of me. But I said, well, if you ever decided to, or a long lost grandson, give it to him.
Oh, look at that. Well done, Johnny boy.
There you go.
My first... Well,
Jack Daniels and apple juice?
Nah.
not for me.
Try everything once.
To work on you, yeah, you always make me feel like home, yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone, yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just want
So that's it, that's the end of episode 9. We hope you've enjoyed it. Now make sure that you tune in next week, as it's our season finale and we take you somewhere very, very special. If you haven't already, make sure that you head over to episode 9 and enter the competition to win a PlayStation or Xbox in time for Christmas. The winner will be announced on the season finale, which is on the 15th of December. We really hope that you've been enjoying watching our videos. Again, please make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and we can't wait to see you in the season finale. Lad, I'm going to be happy at the end of this episode if I don't have to see another train station or another airport. Lad, what the fuck? And I just messaged him saying, like, I'm here, but you're not in your car.
That's his.
Like, comment, subscribe, and we can't wait to see you in the season finale. That's it. That's the one. That's the money one. I was cheering. Okay, go. Okay. Oh my god, no words have come out.